have no motivation today. Drop me a quick hell yeah in the comments if you've ever said that to anybody. Maybe you're overwhelmed by an overflowing to-do list. Maybe you're tired and exhausted. Maybe you're frustrated with the speed at which some things change. Maybe there's a task that you put off for weeks that you just aren't excited about anymore. Or maybe you just had a meeting with a challenging client who kicked your ass and took the wind out of your sails. Whatever the reason, it's frustrating. What's worse is when you think there is something wrong with you for feeling this way in the first place. Here's the truth. You're human, right? And it's completely normal to be unmotivated at times. Everyone at some point struggles with this. While these feelings are normal, if they're left untended, what they can do is they can snowball into a much bigger problem. So what do you do about this? What do you do when this feeling of being unmotivated surfaces? And what's the best way to keep yourself motivated before this feeling even emerges in the first place? Today I'm going to give you 6 ways to establish or reestablish, if necessary, your energy and motivation. Motivation is not magic. It's not something that comes in a bottle, and it's not something you can order off of Amazon, right? Most of us think of motivation as this mythical quality that we need to find, maybe something we need to gather before we even take action. I can't tell you the number of times I've heard, I'm just not motivated, right? I just need to get motivated. That's not how it works. Write this down. Motivation doesn't precede action. Action precedes motivation. The easiest way to get motivated is to start doing something. Hold on a second, Riv. How can I do that if I'm just not motivated? I get that question a lot. Here's how I answer it. There are a few simple rituals you can experiment with to unlock the feeling of being unmotivated. I call these rituals for a reason, because it is the routines that we establish that help us minimize that unmotivated feeling from occurring, and if it does, shorten its duration. First, let me share with you my favorite ritual for getting and staying motivated. Start each day with time for yourself. What you do first sets the tone for the rest of the day. The very first thing I used to do over a morning cup of coffee was check email. The next thing I knew, something in my inbox just pissed me off, and I was consumed my attention, and then bam, I fell into the vortex of work. And if you want a different experience, we must do things differently. I personally made a renewed commitment to start each day by dedicating time, or at least the first hour, to myself. I read, I exercise, right? I do that instead of checking email. While I wasn't always a morning person, I trained myself to become one, right? Now I get up at 5:30 in the morning, and that time is time for me, right? I welcome the day instead of fighting it. Try it. Regardless of when you wake up, examine how you begin your day. My advice, start the first hour with time for yourself. And notice when I say that, for a second, just stop for a second. Notice the monkey mind chatter that emerges when you hear me say that. My situation is different, Riv. I have young kids. I have a boss that calls meetings at 7:30 in the morning. I'm just not a morning person. Okay, I get it. But you're missing the point, okay? Start by getting up 30 minutes earlier. Get up before the kids. Get up before your first call. Listen to some music. Pray, read. Do something to reward yourself. You have a choice. You can choose to be on the hamster wheel or not. How you start your day determines your energy for the day. Do you want to know some other rituals I have? Okay, here are a few more. Number 2, identify a physical activity you enjoy and schedule time to do it at least 3 times a week. Personally, I like lifting weights. I can't run anymore, so I walk. Walking gives me time to recenter myself. That motivates me, right? Find what works best for you. You are far more likely to stick to something if you genuinely enjoy it. What physical activity do you like? What time works best for you? Recommit to making that a priority. Okay, number 3, create a sanctuary. A daily quiet place to think, to reflect, to journal, to whatever, right? For me, I love to sit out on my back deck, especially when it's nice out. I also love to sit by our fireplace in the winter. Maybe there's a park nearby with a bench that you can sit quietly for 20 minutes. This creates a new level of clarity. My advice, bring a notebook with you so you can capture some thoughts and ideas that emerge, or use a note app on your phone. I guarantee you that this ritual will revitalize your energy and increase your motivation. Okay, number 4, consistent sleep time. Commit to going to bed and waking up at the same time every day. Our bodies crave consistency. We naturally become sleepy prior to bedtime and we begin to wake up before our alarm goes off. Even our digestive system becomes activated before regular meal times. Consistent sleep times serve to anchor our underlying daily rhythm. It may be difficult at first, but I encourage you to try it for 2 weeks and notice how quickly your body adapts. All right, what are some of the rituals that inspire and motivate you? Drop some ideas in the comments, okay? All right, do you want a couple more? All right, I'm gonna give you 2 more. This one's a good one. A lot of people love this one. Say no to the things that just don't matter. Instead of saying yes to everything, learn to let go of commitments that no longer serve you. Say no to the request, not the person. If you find that this is difficult, experiment in low-risk situations like saying no to a waiter when they offer you dessert, right? That builds your no muscle. Every leader must learn to put something down so they can pick up what really matters. What can you eliminate or say no to? Okay, the last one, and probably one of my favorite ones, is express gratitude. Expressing gratitude is the best way to refuel your energy. Many people are so quick to notice what's wrong in their lives versus what's right. Unfortunately, those things are so easy to find. Instead, look for opportunities to authentically say thank you or tell someone how much you appreciate them. Authentic gratitude lifts our spirits. You can't fake this shit, right? It has to come from the real connection between you and the experience you are having. You can't be grateful and unhappy at the same time. It's impossible. Just try it. It's physically and mentally impossible. Okay, here's a recap of the 6 rituals I just shared. Start each day with time for yourself. Identify a physical activity you enjoy and do it at least 3 times a week. Create a sanctuary, a daily quiet place to think and to reflect. Create the habit of getting consistent sleep time. Number 5, say no to the things that just don't matter. And number 6, express gratitude. Trust me when I say the list could be endless. These are just 6 rituals to get you started. Maybe they seed you with an idea. I would love to hear your thoughts. How do you stay motivated? How do you reignite your motivation if you begin to slip? What rituals do you practice? Right? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear them and maybe adopt some of yours. It is important to note that whatever advice I offer here today, or what others may comment on below, right? You have to find what works for you. I say that really sincerely. I encourage you to experiment with some of these suggestions and just observe the results for yourself. At a minimum, I beg you to put in practice the first one I mentioned. Start each day with time for yourself. For me, that habit has become my #1 leadership ritual, and trust me, it's been life-changing. If you or somebody on your team is procrastinating, I don't know, maybe it's an important project, or maybe you're finding it a challenge to get your mojo back, or you're lost it for some reason, I encourage you to sign up for my next Move the Needle challenge, and I'll personally help you unlock the logjam and personally help you move the needle forward on something important to you, your team, or your business. Our next 14-day challenge is starting soon. I run these challenges every 6 to 8 weeks, and I gotta tell you, I personally love them. I love witnessing the breakthroughs everyone has. We get to collaborate for 14 consecutive days, bust through whatever obstacles stand in the way, and advance the ball forward. How crazy cool is that? If you're interested in making progress your new mantra, I encourage you to sign up. The link for that is in the description. Okay, if you like what I shared today, right? If you got some nugget out of it, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up, share a comment below, right? On your takeaway, and of course subscribe, because each week I'm sharing content to help you and your team embrace change, focus your efforts, and accelerate results. We'll talk to you soon.